Hello everyone, this is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video reading. We will keep this short, but I just want to say that this week, it's actually next week, is the new moon on April 7th. I believe it's April 7th. And so everything's going to be having a new beginning as we come out of this eclipse season. So there's going to be a lot of fresh new energy in the air, and so everyone's going to really be feeling spring, and it's gonna feel really nice. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Spirit and universe, what are the general energies that you have for Aries this week that's going to help them manifest and attract the completion of their goals? What are the general messages and advice that you have for Aries this week? Okay. This one. Okay, the first card is what is. Second card is what you want. Third card is your current focus, where the focus is taking you, advice, and then additional things worth considering. Okay, Aries, so this week, what is the Page of Swords, and this card means authority. It means examination and overseeing things. And so this is something that's going on in your life right now, especially as we're coming out of eclipse season. And I know I talked a lot about that last week, but you're really examining your life in depth. And it's directly connected to the Hierophant, which means you're directly examining your internal being and your life's goals and your life's purpose. You're feeling a little bit disconnected about what you're doing and where you're going. And so this is what is right now. You're examining yourself, and this is a sword card, so it's air energy. And what this really means is that you're in your head and you are really thinking about things. You're really thinking about your life. So as we, for the purpose of the Law of Attraction this week, really delve into this, really feel this energy, delve into this and figure out how you're going to get here, because this is what you want. This is the world. You want to manifest things in your life. You want to build things that you're proud of and things you can be confident about. So figure out how you can get here. That's the goal this week. That's what you want. That's what you're doing. Okay? Now, the problem is the current focus is the Hanged Man, and you're just kind of sitting here in limbo. You're not ready to start making the changes yet. Not that you're not ready to make the changes, you're not ready to let go of things from the past. This is a card of trials. This is a card of discernment and sacrifice, prophecy, and intuition. And so you're still waiting for that, bright light bulb to pop up and say, okay, now it's time. But the thing is that it is time now. Like, we're going right into new beginnings. And this is the time now to start making these changes. So pull out of this energy and go into this, which is where you're ultimately trying to go. You have 4 major arcana cards this week. This is a major week of new beginnings to you. So you're thinking, you want this, you're here, and then, near the middle of the week, you're probably going to be pulling out into the Hierophant, which is really connecting with your own spiritual and divine energy and feeling confident and good about what you're doing. Okay? Now, the advice is the Hermit, try to stay connected to yourself. In this reading, in this position, this is not a negative card. Usually this card says you're pulling away from people and you're having an introspection and you're, deep in thought. But this is good in this position because this is what you want, because you are doing that and you're needing to do that to connect to your higher self. And he's looking directly at the Hierophant. So this is what you need to be doing. It's an advice card. So definitely go inside your head, stay inside your head, and really work on connecting your purpose and your higher self to your real life. Okay? Worth considering. Seven of Wands. This is a card of having a vantage point and being ready for battle. It's not saying that there is a battle. It's just saying that you're 100% prepared for whatever's coming your way, and you have the advantage. You have the vantage point on it, and you're fully prepared. So this is going to be a really great week, Aries. I'm very excited for you. Really work on connecting to your higher self, and next week will most likely get even better. All right, hi Taurus. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. Let's go ahead and get started. Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages that you have for Taurus? This week regarding their goals and ambitions, and what are they wanting to manifest this week as they move through the week? What advice and direction can you give them? Okay. Taurus. This one. Okay. This is the card of what is, what you want. This is where your focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is your advice. And this is additional advice worth considering. Interesting, Taurus. You see all these? Okay. You are currently in a place, in a dark place. This is the Nine of Swords. Swords are a air energy, so you're in your head. You're sitting with your thoughts, and you are frustrated. This is a card of delay. It's a card of deception. It's a card of failure. It can be a card of miscarriage and disappointment. So you're coming into this week not feeling so hot. It doesn't mean something major happened. It just means that you're really not feeling so good. So what you're wanting to do, just like she is doing, is sit here like the hermit, go inside your head, get away from everybody while you figure things out. Okay, so this is what you're really wanting to do. And your focus is on the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of, giving and balance, giving and service, but it's also a card of gifts and gratification. It's a card of creating balance, okay? So this is where you're focused. You're not feeling good. I'm not saying help, physically, but you're in a little bit of a funk, and you're really wanting to be here. So you're just taking this time out to, get that balance back and figure out a way that you can start. There may be things being offered to you this week, and I'm trying not to turn this into general reading because this is really a law of attraction reading. So what you're really wanting to do this week is focus on getting that balance back in your life, to a place where you can give and receive openly, because you're really an open person, and you need to get back to this balance. Now, as you're focusing on this, you're still going to be here a little bit, but as you're focusing on this is a great card, because where this focus is taking you, it is another air energy, but it's taking you into a place where you're very action oriented. Okay, you're really going to be charging in, you're ready for battle, you're ready to fight the good fight, and you're just going to be tackling things. So this focus, you're going to take this negative energy, pull it into yourself and say, this is what I really want to be doing to get this balance back. I've got to take some serious action. So you're going to be here. And that's good, because in the advice position, this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the ultimate success card. It's the ultimate success card. So as you're taking action to get and fix whatever it is that's going on, And again, this can be small things. This is not a major, this reading is not a major reading. This is, you know, what the main thing that you want to attract this week to yourself, and what you can take forward from this reading to help keep in your mind as you go through the week. Okay, yeah, I need to actually be taking action towards getting this done, instead of pushing it off a day and then it's a week and then it's 2 weeks and you still haven't done it. So that's the goal. So you're just going to be feeling a little funky. You're going to want to be trying to get this balance back. And so as you do that, you're going to be starting to take action, and it's going to be successful. You're going to get your stuff done just like you want to. And then ultimately what that's going to do is bring back this strength and confidence that you have, that you always do have. It's going to just bring that back. So this is really going to be how you're wanting to end the week. Okay. And that's great, because look at the difference in just the general feeling between these two cards. So as you go through the week, remember these two cards, because your action and your mindset is going to take you from here to here within a week on any matter. Okay. So just remember these two cards as you go through the week. And when you you think, oh, I'm just going to push that off till tomorrow. I'm just going to push that off until, I'll just do it this weekend. I'll just make the phone call this weekend. I'll just call these people, you know, I'll wait till Easter is over. Don't do it. Take action, because this direct card is the link between these two. Okay? So just remember those as you go through the week. And I bet if you do, you will be feeling a lot better about yourself at the end of the week. All right. Hi, Gemini. This is Shooting Stars Tarot, and welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction readings. We're going to keep these kind of short this week. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. I should have said that in the intro. I didn't. So let's go ahead and get started. Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages that you have for Gemini as they go through this week, trying to tackle their goals and manifest whatever it is they want to in their life during this week, big or small? What are the general messages that you have for Geminis this week as they go through the week? General messages for Gemini. What should they be? What do they want to be attracting into their life this week? Okay. This one. This is what you want, where your focus is, where your focus is taking you. Gemini, your advice, and worth considering. Additional advice worth considering. Well, Gemini, I see two definite themes here. I'm not going to turn this into a love reading. I'm not going to turn this into a general reading. I'm going to try to really keep this focused on the law of attraction for this week, for big items and small items. So, but for starters, this card is what you want, or this card is what is. So you're in your headspace, Gemini. You're taking a time out. You are maybe having some time of solitude as you work through. This is a card of prudence. This is it can be a card of treason. Those are just serious words that are related to this card. But I see, look, you have 3 major arcana cards. So this is going to be a big week for you in terms of attracting what you want into your life, and for big and small things, right? So you're starting this week off wanting to have a little bit of solitude. Now, this is what you want. The Three of Wands is a card of industry. It's a card of business. It's a card of enterprise. This man is standing on top of a hill, looking over the bay, and he has 3 wands firmly planted in the ground, and he's very proud. I mean, he's decked out in a very nice robe. He's proud of what he's built and what he's accomplished, and he's just kind of looking out over everything and saying, "Here I am. Like, let's do some business. I'm ready. Like, everything's good." So you're not feeling so hot. This is what you want. This is how you want your week to go, but your focus is here. So we definitely have the ultimate, Three of Swords card that is just so people fear this card. But without a love reading, this card generally symbolizes removal, absence, division, dispersion. Okay, so delay. So this doesn't always have to just be love reading, or love related. So what you're really doing as you go through this week and where your focus are is things aren't going as quickly as you want them to, as quickly as you need them to. Contracts are taking a lot longer to get into the final stage. Maybe you're calling lots of people, they're not calling you back. Maybe things are going there's just a delay. It's like this extra, like, come on, people, let's just get this done. Okay, so this is your focus. Now, what this focus is taking you, though, in your mind, Gemini, in your mind, this focus is taking you to the Tower. What this is doing is, and you want to stay away from this week, because this focus is taking you to a place of misery and distress. There might be some indulgence. You might be indulging a little bit. Your mind is making the situation much worse than it is. Okay, especially this week. Okay. You're wanting this, you're wanting commerce, you're wanting enterprise, you're wanting things to go and take place, you're wanting business to get done. And this is even in friends and family, you're just wanting all this stuff to be moving, and it's not, it's taking forever, and it's really ticking you off. So right next to that card, though, Gemini, look at these two. These are almost like the ultimate opposite cards, because this is where you're feeling that nothing's going together and everything's falling apart. And this is the feeling of everything is okay, everything is fine, everything's coming together, and everybody's happy. So this is your advice card, the Lovers. Calm down. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. Get out of your head a little bit this week, and don't worry so much about this. Things sometimes just take time. But at the end of the day, when they come together, it may take a little bit of extra work, but when they come together, it's fine and everybody's happy. So this is where your focus really needs to be this week. Keep these two cards in your mind this week as you're thinking about when you're starting to get frustrated, or you're starting to think about not taking action in something, or starting to really wanting to get irritated and calling people out. Don't do it. Just realize that things take time. Okay? Things take a little bit more time sometimes, and that's okay. Don't feel like this. Focus your energy and focus your thoughts on trying to feel like this. That's going to be major for you this week, Gemini. And then also some items that are worth considering, additional advice, is the Page of Pentacles. Oops. This is a card of, it's a messenger card. It's a youthful energy, and it carries the thought of offering. Wanting to offer assistance. It's a card of application. It's a card of reflection. It's a card of messages and news. So additional advice would be keep your eyes open and really be open to messages that are coming your way about whatever it is that you're trying to get done. So instead of being in your head and being frustrated and irritated, be open and being loving, because things are going to get worked out, okay? So as you work on attracting what it is you're trying to do this week, it just might take a little bit longer, but don't get frustrated. Stay in a place of love and stay in a place that's open. Hi, Cancer. This is Shooting Stars Tarot, and this is your weekly Law of Attraction video. Last week, we had a calamity. I completely skipped your video. Well, I accidentally cut it out, and then by the time everything was uploaded, I think you only had like 2 seconds of your video. So anyway, I'm sorry. We're here this week. Happy Easter. Let's get started. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Spirit and Universe, what is the general advice that you have for Cancers for what they can attract and manifest into their life this week? This can be big or small items. What advice and messages do you have for Cancers as they move through this week? March 27th, 2016. Okay, let's get started. Cancer's weekly law of attraction, March 27th. This one. Okay, Cancers, this is what is position. This is what you want. This is where your focus currently is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is your advice. And this is additional items worth considering. All right, Cancer. These cards don't have the general meanings. Like, this is not the love card this week, okay? This is the law of attraction video. So this is this is the law of attraction reading. So this is big and small things you want to accomplish in your life that you're going to do, that you're really wanting to do this week, or projects you want to start this week, things you want to finish this week, okay? Knocking a bunch of stuff off of your to-do list. Ace of Swords, you're wanting to initiate. This is what is. You're in your head. You're feeling empowered. You're wanting to take control and take charge. That's awesome. You're feeling like this. What you want to be this person. This is a fire sign. I think this is the Leo card, the ultimate Leo card. You're wanting to be in charge of everything that's going on in your life. This woman person energy is 100% in control. Everything's done. Everything's clean. Everything is, everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and things are growing, and there's abundance everywhere, okay? And she's surrounded by love and animals, and just, it's the ultimate, you know, like, manifestation card, and like, this person's in control. They're doing what they want to do. So you're feeling the energy. You're wanting to do that, but where your focus is you have two decisions. You have two big decisions, Cancers. So you're not, right now, you're feeling blindfolded. You're feeling this energy. You're feeling that you have all this stuff you need to do. So you might be a little stuck. So unstick yourself this week. And as you think about getting confused and being wishy-washy and not wanting to do stuff, think of this image of this, imagine this card in your head, and just imagine yourself taking the blindfold off and feeling like this person. Because you have that power to do that. So don't stay stuck this week. Okay. The Five of Swords. This is a card. This is a fight. This is a battle card. This is a card where there's a fight, but everybody loses. It's not a good card. This is where your focus is taking you. So you're having this internal battle, trying to make decisions on what you want to do, but you're so indecisive that nothing's happening. And there might be other people around that your ultimate decision might be affecting, and they're sitting there waiting because you're not making a decision. So get out of this space, and it's very clear, because this is the advice card right here, the Three of Swords. This is a card of delay. This is a card of deception. This is a card of things taking longer than they should. This is a card of other things coming and getting in the way. So you're sitting here feeling all this power right now out of the gate, right at the beginning of the week, and then you're getting confused, you're getting frustrated, it's affecting people, and there's all this delay. And then other things worth considering, Cancers, are this Two of Pentacles. This is a card of everything going on. There's tons of stuff going on, okay? He's trying to juggle everything. But what you need to keep in mind, Cancers, is that he is keeping them in the air. So he is frustrated. He is juggling a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff going on in this man's life, but he can juggle it. So yeah, keep that in mind. He can juggle it. And as you go through this week, move out of this energy. Move out of this indecision. Move out of this frustration, because you're not the only one that's being affected. There's more people involved, and it might take a little bit longer than you're wanting, but move out of this energy. Keep this energy. Keep this energy. Keep your power. Keep this energy going through, and whatever you want to do, okay? Anything, big or small, keep this energy and keep this positive can-do attitude, because you can do it, okay? All right, good reading, Cancers. Hi, Leo. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. Let's go ahead and get started. Spirit and Universe, what advice and messages do you have for Leos as they go through this week, the week of March 27th, 2016, to help them attract the energy that they need and desire to get things done this week? What are the major things to help them get their goals finished, get them started, get major projects started? What energies and advice can you offer Leos? Okay, one more. And again, the purpose of these videos is to help you keep in mind what you're really wanting to do this week, and keep the energy going to get things done and manifest what you're wanting. This one. Okay, this is what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is advice, and this is additional advice or additional item worth considering. Leos, you have 3 major arcana cards, so this is going to be a big week for new beginnings for you. Huge, because this is the Fool card is here. This is the last of the major arcana cards. Everything is coming full circle, and you're starting a new phase, okay? So where you currently are, what is? You're in a place of rest. You're in a place of contemplation. You're really relaxing. This is good. But what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to initiate the strength that you have, okay? This is your card. There's a lion here. You have this internal strength and external strength thing. You need to really, you're wanting to be in this energy. You're just coming from a place of rest as we finish off this week, okay? So the week of March 27th, in what you're wanting to do to attract projects to you, get things started, manifest your goals, start major goals, finish major goals, start little things, finish little things. You're wanting to be here. You're starting to feel that rumble inside of you that is going to start making things happen. Now, where your current focus is, we have the King of Cups, and this is an awesome card for your focus, because this is a card. He's looking directly. He's facing away, but his eyes are looking right at the Strength card. So this energy is where your current focus is, and this is a energy of business. It's a card of law, responsibility. Okay, it's also a card of science and art, being creative. This is a very mature energy, and you have this energy this week. So this is where your focus is, and this is where your focus is taking you. It's taking you up into your head. This is a man that is very, very much. This is also a card of law and business. So you're very much in your power this week. Okay, you're very much in your leadership role this week, and you want to be. So that's good, because this is where you are. This is very much a leadership card. It's a militant type of leadership, but it's a card of really getting everybody on board and really starting things. Okay, getting everybody to do their tasks. So this is a great card. You're coming from a place of compassion also, but you're also really wanting everybody to get things done, including yourself. Now, advice is, as we go through this week, there's this whole new fresh energy. There's a new phase, there's a new project, and you're excited about it. Okay, this is a very young, youthful, free-flowing energy, and you're really excited about whatever lies behind the next corner. Okay, it's unknown, but there's an air of excitement about it. And then we have the Justice card. This is it's a divine energy. It's a major arcana card, and it's a card of decision. It's a card of equity, and it's also a card of an executive position. Okay, so you're really wanting to be in a leadership role this week, and I suggest that as you move through this week, really take your leadership and take your power, like I know that you know how, and get stuff started. Don't push stuff off for the next day. Don't push stuff off till next week. Really start the communications to get things started, because everyone's going to be on board, and you are in 100% control of your leadership and your communication, and you can get whatever you want started this week and finished. Okay? Awesome reading, Leo. As you go through this week, just keep these cards in mind. I'm going to pull a couple of them. Keep these cards in mind. Stay in your strength. And if you're thinking about, pushing something off till next week, don't do it. Keep this new beginning card in your mind, the image of that, because it's a card of fresh new energy, and this is a card of getting everything done and being in control. Okay? All right. Thank you, Leo. It was a really good reading. Hi, Virgos. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. And the purpose of this reading is to help you keep images in mind and energies in your mind as you go through the week. And when you're kind of thinking about, maybe pushing stuff off to the next day, next week, I'll do it on the weekend. Don't do it. The purpose of this is to help you kind of solidify what it is you do want to do this week, and to keep that in mind as you go through the week, so you can get things started and you can get things finished. So Spirit and Universe, what are the general energies and messages that you have for Virgos as they go through this week and try to finish and start goals and manifesting what it is that they want in their life? General energies for Virgos as we go through the week of March 27th, 2016. This one. Okay, this is the card of what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. Wow, so many major arcanas. This is the advice card, and this is additional advice worth considering. Virgos, this is going to be a big week for you. Keep that in mind. This is going to be a huge week for you. Even if you're trying to tackle little things around the house, getting friends together, anything. This is going to be a big week for you. You are definitely in your power. This is a hope card. This card is full of hope. This is a card of manifesting and growth. There's a dark emotional side to this card also, but for this purpose, I'm staying away from that. For this purpose of this reading, I'm staying away from that energy. This is a hope card, so this is what is. You have a lot of visions of what you want to do this week, and this is what you want. This is being connected to your higher power. This card, the Hierophant, is having the ability to connect to your real true purpose in life, and to really pull in that external energy and use it to your benefit to manifest what you want this week, okay? Your focus is the Knight of Swords. I love this energy. For you this week, I love this energy because you've got all this power. This is a card of rushing in, taking charge, fighting the good fight, getting things done. I mean, just rushing in and doing it, okay? This is where your focus is. This is what you want, which is awesome because you're using this higher power and this higher energy that you have and this hope that you have to really pull forward and really get stuff done. And same with the Chariot. This can be a messenger card. This is someone they're in the race. They're working to get stuff done. It's a card of providence. It's a card of triumph. It can be a card of trouble, but for the purpose of this reading, I'm not going to focus on that. You're wanting to get stuff done, and you're definitely ready to take action, and you will. It's a card of triumph. Okay. Advice card. The Lovers. Somebody else had this in there. I think it was Taurus. But as you go through this week and as you're charging in to get stuff done, make sure that you keep an air of warmth about you. But everybody's going to be on board and everyone's going to be connecting to what it is that you're wanting to do. So voice your opinions, voice your projects, voice things that you want because people are going to be on board. Okay, there's people here with you and they're really wanting to connect with you and help you succeed in whatever it is that you're wanting to do this week. Additional advice worth considering, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is a card of slowly, I mean, he's crossing the countryside. He's got a beautiful, huge, strong, dark horse, and he is dressed to the nines, and he is very successful, and he has a lot to offer. okay? This is a card of service. It's a card of responsibility and interest. It's a card of utility. So you have everything that you need to have this week to start, continue, and finish everything that you want to this week, okay? If you're starting huge long-term projects, this is the week to start it. Don't put it off to next week, even if it's a personal project, not work-related. There's no time stamp on this project. If it's a longer life purpose project, something like learning to play the piano or learning to paint or learning a new language, this is the week to really get that energy going, because you have all the power that you want and the energy that you're needing to get it done, okay? All right, great reading. Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction reading. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Thank you for watching. If you didn't watch last week's, I just started this series. The purpose of these videos is to help you really solidify via images and messages things that you already know, but solidify them with pictures and images and messages that will help you and stay with you through the week to actually help you keep that energy in your mind. Because sometimes we can get complacent and we push stuff off till the next day. We'll do it this weekend. I'll call these people next week, or I'll start this project next week. The purpose of this video is to not fall into that trap, and to really just, as you think about doing something this week, do it, okay? So Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages and advice that you have for Libras as they go through this week, March 27th, and as they work towards attracting projects and goals that they want in their life and manifesting what it is that they want to really do this week? What advice and messages do you have for Libras? What advice and messages do you have for Libras? Okay. This one. Nope, it is saying that one. This is a card of what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is advice. This is additional advice worth considering. All right, Libras, as we move into this week, you are filled with hope. It's internal hope. You're kind of keeping it secret. So you have this air of, inside of you, you have this air of really wanting to make stuff happen. And so you're starting to get you're filled with hope about all the things you're wanting to do, all these major projects, small projects, or you have come up with an idea of some lifelong goal that you want to do, or talent that you want to, develop. Okay, this could be things like learning to play the piano. As far as on a personal level, work-wise, you're filled with hope. There's this excitement in the air and lots of new beginnings. So this is a great card to come into this week with. Now, what you want, we have the Page of Pentacles. You're wanting messages. You're wanting people to communicate with you, and you have a lot to offer. So this is you wanting to give messages, and you also wanting people to give you messages. So Libra, as you go through this week, you're going to be really wanting everyone to communicate and have effective communication. Now, what you're actually focusing on, though, is we have the Eight of Swords. Libra, this is a card of you feeling trapped. But if you look at this card, she's not trapped. She's not really trapped. She just feels trapped. She's blindfolded. Has all these, with the theme of this reading, these are all these things she wants to do. Okay, there's a gazillion things she wants to do, and there's so much that she's like just at a standstill because she doesn't know which one to do. So she's blindfolded. She's actually just ignoring everything and just standing there. This is where your focus is. Get out of that energy. You don't want to have that energy as you go through the week and as you're trying to accomplish stuff. You want to actually take action. So as you go through this week, remember this card and remember that you need to pull out of this energy, okay? Now, where your focus is taking you, though, this is your focus, but where your focus is taking you is you're really wanting to have some outside energy really come to you and say, this is what you need to be focusing on. This is what you need to do. This is the Ace of Wands. It's a card of new beginnings. It's a card of development. It's a card of growth. And it's a card of being offered the pathway to do that. Okay? So you're feeling like this and you're wanting this. That's okay, but you can't always just sit and wait for that pathway to be given to you and be laid out in front of you. You have to pull out of this energy, take the blindfold off, and actually grab a hold of this. Okay? That's a great card though, because that's where your focus is taking you. So you still, even though you're feeling trapped and stuck, you know you feel this and you know you're feeling this. So take the blindfold off. Advice card. This is the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of presents. It's a card of gifts. So as you move through this week, it's a card of gratification also. So it's a card of attention, and this is the most key term about this card, and I'm actually reading this from the book, but it says, now is the accepted time. Present prosperity. Okay? This is your advice card. The advice is now. Now is the time to make things happen. Now is the time to start your projects. Now is the time to communicate your projects and ideas at work, with friends, with family. Now. Okay? Keep this card in mind all week. Now. And worth considering is if you do this, if you pull out of this energy, we have the Sun card. This is a card of complete happiness and joy. There's a stable foundation. There's loving animals. There's a youthful energy. Everything's growing. So Libras, as you go through this week, I need you to keep these cards in mind. Okay? I'm going to pull this one out. Keep these cards in mind. Take the blindfold off. Grab the project. And now is the time, because at the end of the week, you're going to be feeling like this, especially if you really take charge, take a hold of this energy. Okay? These two energies, take a hold of them. Remember that now is the time. So if you're thinking about, oh, let's do it next week, I'll just start, I'll put this project together, I'll make sure everything's perfect before I present it. Don't do it now. Communicate now. Okay? All right, that was pretty clear. That was a pretty clear message, Libras. All right, great reading for this week. Thank you very much. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Let's go ahead and get started. Again, if you didn't see last week's, the purpose of these videos is to solidify via images and clear messages what you want to do. And I know you always have everything, people always have all these ideas and things they want to do in their week, but they kind of put them off and procrastinate. And as we move into spring, especially with the new moon on April 7th next week, you know, take control of it. So my goal here is to really help you keep these images in mind as you go through the week, and when you're thinking about procrastinating on something a little bit, pushing something off for the next day, the goal is to bring your mind back to these images and really decide to take action. So, Spirit and Universe, what is the general message and advice that you have for Scorpios as they work to manifest and achieve their goals this week? What additional items can they use to really attract what it is that they want into their life this week? Okay. This one again. Okay. This card is what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. There you are. This is where your focus is taking you. This is the advice card. This is additional advice worth considering. Libras, what is? You are happy. You're surrounded by friends and loved ones. We're coming out of Easter weekend. Well, we're in Easter weekend, so there may be a lot of friends and family, lots of celebration, brunches, Easter dinners, Easter lunches. So you're coming out of a place of being very, very happy and content emotionally with all the stuff that's been going on this weekend. So how do you pull that into a Law of Attraction reading? Let's look at what you want. This is the Nine of Cups. This is the ultimate wish card. You want to have all of these cups with you and filled to the brim, and you want everything in your life going a certain way. Now, there's a lot of cups in this reading, even here with Temperance. So this is a very strong week for you energetically, but this also means that the power is in you, okay? So you are, I actually think I said Libra, but this is Scorpio. I started the video saying Scorpio, but I think I accidentally just said Libra a minute ago. If not, it doesn't matter. This is reading is for Scorpio. So this is your energy, okay? So that means that this is all within you. Now you're coming from a really good, warm, happy place, and you need to pull that energy into what you want this week, okay? Pull people in, take action, do what you want, because this is what you want. And when you want something, that's a way of telling the universe to attract it to you, okay? So that's exactly what you can do. Now, King of Cups, this is your card. This is a very, he's looking right at, his eyes are actually looking directly at the wish card. So keep that in mind, because he's focusing on that. So that's really a good thing. But this is a very emotionally mature energy, very warm, very service oriented, very successful and willing to assist. Okay, there's a warmth about him. So as you move through this week, this is where your focus is, and that's good, because that's where you want to be. And where this energy is taking you, this is where the focus is taking you, is to reminiscing about the past. You're reminiscing about good times. It could be youth, good times in your childhood, or just good times a few weeks ago. But you're in a place of reminiscing about good times past. And what that's doing is that's causing you to shut down a little bit. But that's okay, and that's very interesting, because this is the card of advice. So as far as advice is concerned, this looks like a very negative card, but what this all is saying is that in order to manifest this, you really should kind of spend some time by yourself thinking and realizing all the things that you're wanting to do, and developing some sort of plan. And I'm saying that because Temperance is right next to you, and Temperance is a card of management, okay? It's a card of using the divine energy to manage a situation. So this card is directly related to thinking and reminiscing about good times past, and the wish card, okay? So this card, even though it normally has a negative connotation, it really, in this reading, in this position, means each one of these is something that you want to do. It's each one of these is a wish that you want, and something that you want to get started. But you're not seeing them all. So take time, go inside your head. This is an air energy, which is they're very thought oriented. So go inside your head, shut your eyes, and really map out to yourself what it is you actually want, and put them in a certain type of order for you to manage the execution of them moving forward, okay? This is key. This is key, because sometimes things start to get really jumbled. There's lots of ideas, but there's no actual step-by-step plan to actually execute them. There's no plan of execution. So that's what this card means, and that's what this card means. Go inside your head and organize your thoughts, and come up with some sort of detailed plan so you can manage it all, okay? It's great to have lofty goals and want to get all this stuff done this week. And I'm just talking about just this week, okay? You may have a million things on your list, lots of people to see, lots of places to go, lots of additional things you do, lots of books you want to read, that type of energy. But you just have to figure out a plan of execution so you don't waste time, and you actually can get the ball rolling as we go through the week, okay? But you're coming into all of it from a very warm perspective, a very an emotional maturity perspective, where there's a lot of stuff you're wanting to do, but you also know that you can handle it, and you're coming from a kind of a youthful energy with those thoughts. So that's very good. This is an interesting reading for you Scorpios, but I really like it. All right, thank you, Scorpio. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Let's go go ahead and get started. If you didn't watch last week's video, the purpose of these videos is to really attract, solidify images and messages in your mind to help you really attract what it is that you want into your life this week in terms of getting projects started and finish them, and pulling in energies to help you realize your goals this week. And the way to really do that is to take action, but you have to solidify what it is that you want in your mind. So that's the purpose of these videos. All right, so Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages and advice that you have for Sagittarius as they move through the week of March 27th? What energies and messages can help them attract what it is they want in their life this week? One more. Nope, one more. Okay. This one. Okay, this is what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is the advice position. This is additional advice worth considering. Sagittarius, you have a very warm energy about you this week. You are reminiscing. This is what is. So you're currently surrounded and thinking about times when you were surrounded by loved ones and everything was really good and happy. You're reminiscing about the past this week, okay? Or currently right now. Now what you want, we have the Page of Wands. This is a messenger card. This is a card of fruition and initiation and getting things started in a way that will help aid in communication. It's really considered like a postman card. It's a card of messages. And so you want what you're really wanting. You're waiting for messages, or you're wanting to deliver messages. So if there's someone or some project you want to propose, or there's someone you want to talk to, and you're feeling that urge inside of you, the message here is to really do it. But your focus is you're not doing it. You're looking at this card, you're looking at the past, you're looking at this energy of wanting to take action and wanting to communicate, but you're not doing it. This person he's in his head, and he's really thinking about and really feeling this kind of dark energy in this urge to communicate, okay? But that's okay, because where this focus is taking you is to the Eight of Wands, and this is a card of rapid change, rapid communication, and things, lots of things being said. So just keep in mind that as you move through this energy to this card, I'm getting the feeling that this is relationship oriented, and I try to have these not be relationship oriented. I'm really trying to keep this in manifesting goals orientation, but I'm getting the message, the feeling here that this is relationship oriented. So if there's something that you want to say and it's holding you back, the message this week is I think you really need to say it. But keep in mind, this is the advice card. Now the advice card, we have the Four of Cups. This is a card of indifference. This is a card of, he's sitting here against a tree with his arms folded and his legs crossed, and he has all this wonderful things right in front of him. There's even things being handed to him from the universe, and he's not willing to look at them, okay? So as you're feeling this energy this week, the advice is to not wait, okay? You're in, actually the advice is to wait. So what you really need to be doing is, as you're not communicating, but you're wanting to really communicate a lot, figure out a way that you can communicate, but in a very diplomatic way and very slowly. Because what you don't want to do, especially if this is someone that's a water energy that you're wanting to communicate with, this could be relationship wise or family or in business. But if they're a type of water energy, you don't want to bombard them with lots of communication. Now, Sagittarius, you are excellent communicators and you love talking, you love speaking and discussing, but other energies don't like so many words. And so the key here is, yes, you need to communicate, you need to get out of this energy, but you also want to do so in a very diplomatic way. Now I'm looking at this line here. He's holding one wand, and right here there's 8 wands. So you're gonna, the longer you don't talk, the more you're going to want to say. But the key here, I mean, these wands are just shooting directly at him, so you don't want to bombard him or her. Take one at a time and slowly start the communication, okay? Even if this is in the workplace, and you're wanting to attract, you're wanting to start a big project, or you're wanting to initiate communication about a big issue or risk that you're seeing, don't come at it from a view of this and 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 this because this and this and this and this and this. Come at it with a very diplomatic and slow approach, but still you still need to address it, okay? Now, additional advice worth considering is we have the Sun card. If you do this, and this, it's going to have a really good outcome. This is a card of happiness. This is a card of stability. This is a card of growth. And it's a card of feeling free. And so keep that in mind as you go through this week. And I'm going to hold these cards up a little bit out of order. But as you go through this week, and if you're thinking about not saying something, or you're kind of afraid that you're going to say too much, just keep in mind that you're going to want to be diplomatic about it, because it might not be received as openly as you want, but that's okay, because that's still going to start the communication, and then this is the outcome. So the key is really, you definitely do want to communicate this week. Just do so slowly and keep this in mind. Don't hold in this energy. You don't want to hold that in. It's not going to do what you need it to do. It's not going to change anything. So you are initiators, and so initiate. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, that was a great weekly reading. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Hi, Capricorns. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. The purpose of these videos is to solidify and, depict imagery in your mind that as you go through this week and you're thinking, maybe I'm going to procrastinate, or I'm going to start that project next week, or I'm just going to, I'll just do it tomorrow, which is not your character anyway, so I'm not worried about that. But just keep these images and these messages in mind, because it will help you take action sooner than later. And that in and of itself is going to help you attract what you want in your life and manifest what you want in your life. So Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages and advice that you have for Capricorns as they move through the week of March 27th to help them attract and manifest what it is that they want in their life? Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages and advice that you have for Capricorns this week? This one. Okay, this card is what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is the advice card. This is additional advice worth considering, Capricorns. We're going to talk about this in a minute, but what is? This is water energy. It's very mature in emotions. It's very warm. It's very service-oriented and gentle. Okay? So this is what is. This is a great energy to have as you come into the week. And as you're thinking about what it is you want to attract this week, you're probably wanting to really attract this type of energy. Or, you're wanting to approach something in a more warm way. And so you're in your head and you're in your emotions trying to figure out what it is and how to approach something. Now, this is what you want. And this is a very interesting card, because the Nine of Swords excuse me, the Nine of Swords is a card of death, failure. It could be a card of deception and disappointment. So what you want, I'm getting the sense, just because of this card in this position, I'm getting the sense that you're wanting something to come to an end. And or maybe you're wanting somebody else's project to fail so you can pick it up and do it the way that you want to. You're wanting to see failure, but it's not from you or anything that you're doing. So that's not a good energy, Capricorns, to have, and that's not a good thought process. But maybe you're involved in something in work or in a family situation that you're wanting to fail, because what's going on here is this is where your focus is, and this is you walking away from a situation that is actually being built, and it's pretty strong and it's pretty prosperous. So, but your focus is you're wanting to leave because there's some energy here, and that's probably what this is you're wanting this whole situation to warm up a little bit and be a little bit more willing and giving and service oriented. So I'm getting the feeling you're involved in some sort of project, big project, that is, it's the communication isn't there. It's not being received in there. There's a lot of tension there. And so you're wanting to leave. Now, what's very interesting is where this energy is taking you is to the King of Swords. And this is an air energy. It's a card of complete control over a situation. This is a card of militant action. It's a card of law and business and science. So I'm really getting the feeling that whatever this project is you're wanting to leave, but you're wanting to come back because you're wanting to be in control of it, because you can see it turning out a lot better if you were the leader and if you were the leader of it. Okay. Now, here we go again with the water cards, the water energies. We have the King of Cups. This is the advice card. She's looking down at this energy. He's looking down. He's looking direct. His eyes are looking directly at this energy. So you're really wanting to take control of a situation. And the general feeling of this card, just like this one, is someone that's very in control of their emotions. They're very warm and service-oriented and very willing to help. So as this being in the advice card, instead of walking away and feeling that you're wanting this to just fail so you can come back in and fix it, offer more of your service, because that's another form of leadership, right? You can actually, instead of being the one that's actually in charge, you can kind of mold the leadership and mold the energy towards you, and you can end up being the leader anyway by offering your service and going the extra mile and working towards finishing the goal. And that this being in the advice card, this is the advice position, this is probably the approach you are wanting to take. Okay? Now, additional advice worth considering. We have the Four of Cups. There's a lot of cups in this. And with these cups in this reading, I'm thinking that it just, the whole situation just needs to warm up. There needs to be more giving. There needs to be more emotional. There needs to be more emotional understanding about whatever it is that's going on. So this could really be a big advantage for you if you choose to take ownership of your role and work in the extra service and work in the extra energy of you really wanting to make it work without leaving and without wanting it to fail. Okay? So as you go through this week, keep these cards in mind. I'm going to pull this one out there. Keep these cards in mind because you don't really want it to fail. You're just wanting to be in control. So don't leave the situation. I think what you're really needing to attract into this situation this week is warmth and understanding and communication. Okay? And through that, you're really going to be helping to get it completed and come to fruition. All right, Capricorns, that was a really interesting reading. And I'm leave your comments because I'm curious if it's applies to you and what you're doing, and what this situation is regarding. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction reading. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. And if you didn't watch last week's video, the purpose of this reading is to solidify and put imagery and clear messages in your mind, to help you attract what it is you want in your life, in terms of manifesting your goals, attracting new projects, attracting people. So the goal is really to, as you go through the week and you're kind of maybe putting something off, I'm not going to call that person, or I'm going to just do that tomorrow, or I'll just wait till the weekend. Keep these images and these messages in your mind, because it will help you actually take action over a situation, take control over a situation, and keep the energy flowing to you. So it instead of just putting things off, it'll help it coming towards you and keeping you wanting to take action in a situation, and to, to start goals, start your projects, finish your projects, that type of energy. So Spirit and Universe, what are the general messages and advice that you have for Aquarius as they go through this week, to help them attract what it is that they want into their life in terms of goals, projects, and people? What energy and messages do you have for Aquarius as they go through this week of March 27th, 2016? Okay. This one. All right, Aquarius, this is what is. This is what you want. This is where your current focus is. This is where your focus is taking you. This is advice. This is additional advice worth considering. Okay, now Aquarius, again, this doesn't have to be a major law of attraction. It can be if you want it to be, but it can really just be projects at work, bringing people in, communication, really helping you manifest what it is that you want in your life, but kind of on a more, I'm doing these weekly. So what you're really wanting to do this week, what you're really wanting to get started this week. So what is Aquarius? The Death card. You have something that is ending, but the Death card is energy of something ending and something beginning. It's something ending so something else can begin. Okay, so as you're going through this week, maybe something has already ended, and that's okay, because you're also ready to pick it back up again in a different manner, or start something fresh. Two of Wands, this is what you want. This is a man that is very stable. It's a man of industry. It's a man of business. He's built this beautiful castle. The wands are firmly planted into the ground, very secure. He's holding the world in his hands, and he's overlooking the bay, watching ships come in. So you're wanting this type of success in your life, but you're also wanting to have some sort of I keep thinking of the word contemplation, contentment. You're wanting to feel this sense of contentment. Okay, now he's looking directly back at the Death card, so maybe there's a project that didn't end so well, or maybe you didn't do what you were wanting to do last week and you're really wanting to tackle it this week. So in terms of attracting what it is that you want in your life and manifesting your dreams, something has definitely ended and there's a new beginning, and you're wanting it to be a success. Okay, now your current focus, we have the King of Cups. Aquarius, this is a warm energy. It's very mature in terms of emotions. It's very service oriented. And so you're focusing on, and his eyes are looking directly at this card. And so you're really wanting to approach something with a warmer attitude and with a more open and willingness to be of service, to help get it started, to help continue a project, or help finish it. Okay, so this is where your focus is, which is good because you're coming from this energy and you're in this place of contemplation, and you're really wanting to go forward with this type of energy. Okay. Now, if this is something small, like I need to clean the garage, I want to clean the house, and I need to get the oil changed in the car, it really could be. The law of attraction doesn't have to be, I want to make $1 million this week. It doesn't have to be these big, grandiose things. It can be things that are small, and you just have a lot of stuff on your to-do list, and it's like, how do you tackle it to get it all done so you can feel peace? But whatever that is for you, you are focusing on figuring out a way to approach it with a more warmer attitude, service-oriented attitude. Now, where this focus is taking you is directly into the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is, it's a divine energy that is helping you determine, okay? It's a card of positions changing. It's a card of renewal. It's a card of outcome. And so this card is directly related and directly connected to the Death card. So something is ending and something is there's a renewal, something is beginning and ending. Okay, so this is a very strong energy for you this week. There's going to be big endings, there's going to be big beginnings, and you're going to be feeling this warm sense of peace about all of it. Okay, now so here we go. How do you apply that to attracting something into your life, since that's the focus of this reading, right? The Advice card. This is the 9 of Wands, and this is a card, it's a fiery energy, but it's a card, he's looking directly at the Judgment card. It's a card of feeling like there's so much going on that he's guarded. He's holding this wand close to him, and he's standing behind it, and he's nervously looking around. So there's this sense of feeling a little guarded. So as far as being in an advice position, this is you and what you're needing to do regarding this. So kind of, in order to manifest that energy towards you for whatever it is that you want to do this week, or get started this week, even if it's a long-term project, that's going to span a year or two, the advice this week is to really kind of step back and don't charge ahead moving forward doing a lot of different things. Step back and analyze and watch and continue to wait a little bit, because there's more to come from this card. There's more communication. There's more divine communication coming to you that will solidify the steps that you're going to want to take. And additional advice worth considering, and we have the 4 of Swords. This is, Aquarius, you resting. This is you being with your thoughts. This is you contemplating. So you're going to feel a little overburdened and a little nervous, and that's okay. This is your advice card, so let those feelings in and rest with them. And through that, you're going to be opening up that energy around you that will communicate to the universe what it is that you want to bring to you. Okay? You probably already know what it is, but it's not time to take action just yet, especially if it's something big. It's not time to take action yet. Let it wrap up. Continue this warm, positive energy. Continue this contemplative thought, because that's a lot of these cards are of that, okay? And the additional advice worth considering is to rest. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this. Yeah, this is a very creative card. It can also mean science and law. So maybe you're contemplating going back to school. Maybe you're contemplating if you're going to go on in your schooling, to grad school. So, but at the same time, just given the time of year, obviously you can't start right away. So just really be with your thoughts this week and really think about your options, and don't be overwhelmed by them. Just think about them and rest with them. And through that, the clarity is going to come to you. Okay? All right, Aquarius, that's a great reading. Usually it's like, take action, do this, do that. But with you, it's not. It's just sitting and being and thinking. So I like that card. Plus, you're good at thinking. So Okay, thanks, Aquarius. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction video. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. And the purpose of this video is to... Okay, I ran out of space. The purpose of these videos is to, if you didn't watch last week's video, to really solidify and put imagery and clear messages in your mind that you can keep with you through the week, to help you make decisions, start projects, finish projects, continue projects. We're going into spring. We have the new moon on April 7th, I think, and so there's just all this new fresh energy coming into everybody. But sometimes we do procrastinate and we don't take action, and we want to, especially with longer term life goals and big projects at work. Sometimes we kind of procrastinate a little bit and put things off till, oh, I'll start next week, or I'll schedule this meeting for Friday instead of Tuesday when you really can have it. Those types of things, because by keeping the energy flowing, it attracts what it is you're trying to finish, okay? So that's the purpose of these videos. Keep these images and these messages crystal clear in your mind through the week, and when you're thinking about putting something off a little bit, even just a day or two, don't do it. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Because that energy and that, not motivation, what's the word? That momentum is the energy that's surrounding what it is you're trying to attract. That momentum is the energy, and it is the universe. It pulls whatever it is that you're wanting from the universe and gives it to you. So keep that in mind, Pisces. All right, Spirit and Universe. What is the general message and general messages and advice for Pisces the week of March 27th, 2016, for them to really attract what it is that they want in this that they want to do this week? Large projects, big projects, even in terms of people. What is it that they want, and what messages can you offer to them to help them attract and manifest it to them this week? One more. Pisces for March 27th. Okay. This one. All right, this card is what is. This is what you want. This is where your focus is. Don't be nervous about that card. This is where your focus is taking you. This is the advice position. This is additional advice worth considering. Pisces, this is a very interesting reading. Let me look at this for a minute. What is, first of all, this is an energy of warmth and success and feeling content. Okay, so is this card. This is a person in an energy of someone who has worked hard for a long time and is now relaxing because they've, manifested already what it is that they want in life. This is a card of realization. It's also a card of opulence and generosity and security. And it's also a card of liberty. So this is what is. This is the current energy that you have this week, right now. Now, surrounding your law of attraction, you're already content with a lot of things. And there may be some big changes that you want in your life. And you're already kind of feeling content. And so how do you find that motivation to really get things started and not procrastinate? Now, what you want, Pisces, we have the Tower. You're wanting things to shake up. You're wanting things to get shaken up. And that's really interesting because maybe, you're so content that, things have kind of lost their excitement a little bit. And so this doesn't have to be this big, scary card where everything's falling to the ground. It's not like that. With this particular type of reading, you're wanting things to be shaken up. Okay? Now, where's your focus, though? Your focus is the ultimate success card, the 10 of Cups. You are filled to the brim with emotional happiness and security You're filled with love. There's loved ones around you. You want loved ones around you. So your focus is here. And for some reason, I'm picking up that you're almost here anyway. But in order to get here, you're really wanting to have this like excitement, big things going on in your life. So this is where your focus is. Now, what's even more interesting is where your focus is taking you is to the Eight of Cups. This is a card of walking away from something that is secure and stable because it's just not matching with your base principles. It's not in your threads. And even though it's successful, even though you're happy, it's not jiving with who you are. And so you're walking away. This is where this is taking you because this is what you're really wanting. And whatever it is that you're doing to it, and in terms of work projects even, okay? Even projects at work, long-term work projects, you're seeing this great success, but it's not good. The flow isn't there. And so you're really wanting to walk away because the communication's messy, or there's people being immature about it, or there's gossip. And so in terms of a work project, it can be something on that level. You're seeing all this great fulfillment if it goes off well, but it's not. Okay? You're wanting this to get shaken up because you're feeling that if it does, then everyone's going to kind of come back together, because sometimes you have the gavel passing where there's just all this tension and no one's happy, and he did this and she did that and no one's doing that, and they come to work late, and that type of energy. So you're wanting to have this gavel passing where everyone just finally just sits down and gets everything off their chest, and then things start being successful. But this focus is you're feeling like that's not going to happen, so you're wanting to walk away. In terms of little things, like I want to accomplish these 10 things at the house this week. You don't need to, but you just want to just expend all this energy to get it done. You know it's going to be messy, you know you're going to be tired, and that type of energy, but it's okay because you see this being happy, but you also are like, I don't really want to do it. I don't have to. I can just do it next weekend. So in terms of relationships, something in your current relationship is not jiving with you, and you're going to walk away. And if you're going to, and if you're thinking about it, either have that conversation or decide to change your attitude about it. Now, the reason why I say that is because here in the advice position, we have the King of Pentacles. And again, just like this is a very much a card of opulence and success. And he's directly connected here, or not directly connected, but he's connected to the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot of this energy this week with you. Let me just pull up the King of Pentacles is a card of valor, realizing intelligence. It's a card of someone that is very smart and very gifted in terms of math, and someone that is very successful in any avenue that he chooses in life. So this is a person in earth types of energies, work very hard, they're very consistent, and they're very determined to do whatever it takes to make something work, even when they don't feel like it. Okay, earth energies, and someone that gets to this level in their success or in their personal life, they work hard at it for a long time, and they're consistent and methodical, and they don't do things in their life based on how they're feeling. They do things in their life because they want a certain outcome. Okay, Pisces, this week you need to keep that in mind. I'm not saying that you shouldn't walk away. I'm not saying that you should walk away. I'm not saying that you should shake things up. I'm not saying that you shouldn't shake things up. What I'm saying is you need to take that, you need to just continue thinking along as you go through this week, and as you're trying to manifest something or finish something or even start something, you need to take the approach of, I'm not going to like how this feels every day, but I still have to do it. I'm going to work consistent. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to take a methodical approach to how I do this, because if I do, I'm going to have a great outcome. But if you go by how you're feeling, I'm going to sleep in, or I'm just going to watch the basketball games, and I'm just going to do this instead because it feels better, then you're not going to have this type of outcome. Okay, you just have to know you have to work consistently and hard to get a certain result. And so this is the message I want you to have this week. If it means shaking things up emotionally, get it done. Shake it up. Watch the changes. But don't get so emotional that you don't take action. Okay? Now, additional advice worth considering, Pisces, this is the last major arcana card. Out of all the major arcana cards, this is the last one. So it encompasses everything that is and has been, and it's coming around, it's full circle, and there's a fresh start, a new beginning, okay? Now he's looking directly at this card. He's also looking up at the Tower card. So consider that. But this is a person that is excited about the future. They're excited about the unknown. They're willing to go on the journey, and he wants to go on the journey, and he likes not knowing what's around every single corner. That is thrilling to him. So there's just something new, Pisces, this week that you're wanting to implement in your life. A big project you want to get started, a life goal. Maybe you want to learn a new language. Maybe you want to learn to play the piano. There's a life goal you're wanting. It's big, and it's a new beginning, and it's a card of renewal. And so take that energy and just know that as you start this journey, you have to be consistent. Don't just walk away because it's not feeling good at the moment. Sometimes you do need to walk away, and I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying don't, before you walk away, really consider what it is you're actually walking away from, because you could be stopping a project or stopping a relationship or something just because it's not feeling good at that moment, but really there's a ton of potential there and you're just upset. Okay? So in terms of manifesting what you want this week, Pisces, the key message is there's something big on the horizon that you're wanting to do, and you need to get started, but you need to go into it with the mindset of being consistent and working even when you don't feel like it, okay? But don't be afraid to shake things up. Okay. All right, Pisces, that was a really good reading. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful